Who do we have on offense first? It looks like it is going to be the boys of Orbit.
And while Octane didn't find success with the K-Bar, so he brings out the NV4 here, so trying to work maybe an early pick. Of course, they're on the defensive side. It's going to be Orbit able to attack on offense, and I think we could agree here that for the most part, we've seen the offense win more rounds than the defense so far this weekend. So it's going to be important for Orbit here to set the tone early by winning their first offensive round.
Well, I think the first gunfight may come to zero. See if he can continue his hot streak, but he gets kind of pinched from both players there at the doorways, up by Patio. Trading it out, Brady able to find one. Second player he knows is there. Teammate finds it. All of a sudden, it's Octane by himself. Now he had a rough game one.
He's spotted. I think they know he's here.
No, he's dead. He's getting to. He challenges. Surely does not win that. Oh, he had another one behind him as well. He was in trouble.
Bit of a questionable challenge. You're tagged up. You don't know exactly where they are. The other team has the positional advantage.
He jumps back in both of them. Like, hello, surprise, but not really one at all.
There's a very low percentage that he actually wins that engagement. But look, Orbit, they set the tone early. They take their first offensive round. Now it's going to be Luminosity with a chance to respond.
All right, so let's start off with Slacked. Let's see what they can do here on the offensive end of things. Looks like they're going to be hitting hallway for now, trying to find some kills in by Patio. It's a very popular area of the map, so strong. He can get control here, makes it an easy plan. Shots a little bit shaky, not able to find it, but trading it out is classic. 1, 2, give him 3, not able to do it. It's going to be a 2 versus 2. Saints and Octane now going up against Zero and Joe. Plenty of time on the clock. Now, who may be getting in behind? Hello? Oh, doesn't check his left.
That's
Joe,
okay. He's still in a great position.
Yeah.
Could come up behind the more important player, which would be on the high ground. I think he's...
Good job staying alive. Really good job staying alive.
Yeah, at least he gets out of there.
And wins the gunfight. Octane punished for chasing, and now it is all down to Saints. He's put himself in a 1v1. He has a backup K-Bar. Nice, because he only has 4 shots left of the OSA. He's going to get that reloaded. You can see one player left then in grave. He's got bomb to work with. 30 seconds left to go. This is going to be an intense 1v1.
Okay, so Zero versus Saints. Time winding down. 25 seconds remaining. And Zero couldn't be further away from Saints right now. Bomb is going to get planted, and now the ball is in Zero's court. He's got to make something happen. Has to pick up the kill and defuse the bomb.
And you know how so frequently these can just come down to timing. You need a little bit of luck. Now the question is Zero spot him? I think he did. Look at the way he's hunting. I think he saw him. Should be coming up behind him in a second. Will he check it? Right, he's going to check it. Not able to win it. Zero, the man of the hour, and the hard point continues to be clutch. That's his first kill, but it's a crucial one to give them a 2-0 edge.
You know, the important interactions going down at the very beginning of the round. You figure if Slacked shoots straight and picks up that first kill, Luminosity get the man advantage very early on.
Yeah.
So fortunately, Classic was there to trade the kills out. Saints was able to bring it down to a 1v1 as he was able to track Joe off the top of the wall run. But good stuff being shown by Orbit so far in this game, winning the first 2 rounds.
Well, Classic finds the one, and then, I mean, because he was weak from Slack, it was basically a 1 bullet that he was able to come through with. But now it's going to be back to offense for Orbit. And let's, all right, we've spent a lot of time with Zero. Let's go on with Urban. We haven't watched Urban too much throughout this. I know everyone's been talking about what he's been able to do with propulsion. His movement has been absolutely insane. Let's see what he can do here. He seems to be on a wall pretty much constantly. He's like the European Nagafin.
Anyways, this is the part of the map you want to hold if you want to attack that B-bomb site near the top roof area. You see through the X-ray vision players all around here for Urban, as they're just looking for an opening here as they make their way over towards the bomb site. The objective gets planted. Now, Luminosity looking to pounce. Slack picks up first blood there, underrated. Urban with the line of sight. His kill starting to be traded out. One player inside the bedroom as Zero picks up 2. Down to a 2v2. Zero falls. Joe left in a 1v2.
Now, see if Joe can clutch up. We saw Zero win a 1v1. He's got 2 to work with. He's going to get an easy kill on 1. Tries to get away.
Nice.
Able to dip back in. Hits his head for a second. Going to re-challenge. Now, he probably has no idea. I love this play by Octane. As Octane goes underneath, I don't think he really has any clue how this is going to work, but it's back-to-back 1v1s. Yep, he is going to get spotted.
No
That's
need to
peek
here.
That's it.
And that's going to be the round 1. He also has a jammer grenade if he's trying to toss it over. Even though Octane picks up the kill, not enough time for him to get the bomb defused. A smart play by Joe, as he really predicted Octane to not repeat that fight. Instead, Octane committed, tried to cut him off at the flank. Good movement by Joe as he puts himself in the advantageous position. 3 rounds played.
I like the play by Octane, just kind of hit it with no hesitation, but unfortunately for him, at the same time, Joe basically does the same thing with the opposite direction.
It was a good read by Joe. Good read by Joe. Anyways, Luminosity now back on offense. I would go out to say that this is nearly a must-win round for Luminosity. They're starting to dig themselves deep in a hole that if they keep on giving up rounds, it's going to be too much to come back from.
They're already in a 1-0 hole here from the hard point. We talk time and time again about how crucial this position is. He sees him. He's able to pick up the kill. Tries to get away as well. All of a sudden, Zero by himself. This surely will be the first round. There is a party outside in patio, and you see via X-Ray 3 players basically jumping around. Not able to get
I guess
done.
there is a world where maybe they all line up there for Zero. You can pick up 3, but everybody from Luminosity are well aware of where he's located. Easy for them to trade this kill out. Octane finishing things up. As Luminosity, they're on the board. A perfect round for them there.
They needed that. They needed a round, and a perfect round certainly helps.
They had to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, they really, really did. So let's start off with Zero here. Off the break. Or sorry, with Joe. Off the break, we'll see how they plan to attack this. Looks like they're going to be hitting lower street, but they're flying out of marketed steps as well. Aggressive from either team, but the grenades connect, and 2 down immediately from Luminosity. It's a 3v2 advantage.
I'm actually surprised that more players aren't running Blast Shield on this map, especially if you're going to hit that B-bomb site so quickly. You know that grenades are coming. You know that there are cars that blow up right outside the bomb site.
Well, I think he tagged up 2, and then one got finished probably by 1 bullet, but he gets the kill on 1. And now they're getting the bomb down. So let's switch perspective over to the defense, who now has to work to get a defuse, try and clutch up here, just trying to spot, get eyes on anyone. It is Octane. If he waits a second, we'll be able to see one. Can he one? Wow.
Solid shots by Rated there.
It's a headshot. I mean, that's why it was so fast, but he just got erased.
He literally just got deleted off of the bat. Octane also had FTL jump available going into the next round, and Luminosity, they drop another one. 4-1 in favor of Orbit here, as they're looking to go up 2-0 in the series.
All right, let's see if LG can have another magic round. They've only had 1, but it was a dominating effort that we saw. Now, let's take a look at the class for Octane. So he's going to be running the NV4. He does have FTL jump, like you mentioned.
He's got 1 perk.
He'll also have the backup BNC. Yeah, Dead Silence is really all he's going with. You were asking for more flak jacket here. Well, thankfully, he's playing back. Oh, did he just spot out the flank? I think he did.
May have heard them too.
He needs to get back, get some cover here, try and get himself in an advantageous position in case they push through.
And now you see the remaining Luminosity players, because Octane gets this information, they're going to try to capitalize on that. But here comes First Blood from Rated as he's holding over near the market area. Does get traded out by Slack around the flank. Here comes Zero. Shuts down Octane. No FTL jump for him in this round, and Zero has one of his own. It's down to a 3v2 man advantage for Orbit.
That's been the entire game. They've had man advantage every single round, but that one obviously explosive round from Luminosity. I feel like they've been playing off the back foot. We'll go to Zero because he's going to have a battle here in the street, able to tag one up, should be traded out pretty quickly. And now it's just on Saints. 1v3, can he be the hero LG needs? This is not going to be easy.
And look, Orbit are playing this perfectly. No reason to split up here. Just stay together. You have the man advantage. Work it in your favor. They're going to just group up, clear the bomb sites, just group and sweep the match.
And just like that, he falls 5-1. This is a bloodbath for Orbit.
It's not even close.
No. I mean, Orbit is basically, what, they've won series 3-0, 3-1, 3-0, and they got 3-0'd by FaZe.
Yep.
But outside of that, they've been handling everyone else easily.
Yeah, and plus, you got to figure the more they play here at PSX, the better they're going to get over time. Just getting a feel for how these American teams want to play as we're entering what could be the final round. It's going to be Orbit here on offense. You have Camo available here for Joe. Could definitely make a play off the back of that. Payloads being earned by both teams. Luminosity, they don't even want to fight through the market side of the map. Let's see if they can make something happen here off the quick flank.
Well, he does have Camo. I'm curious. I mean, if he pops it here to make a play in Hotel, he certainly give himself 1 kill, but maybe you have such an advantage right now, you're not going for the dagger, you just want to try and
you have a lot of risks to take here. You have rounds to play with. You don't necessarily have to play standard search and destroy here.
Well, oh no, pushing through the flank. Zero surely going to be picked up in just a second. This might be LG's second round. Bomb is getting planted by Rated, but it is going to be at a 2v3 position. All they need to do is pick up 1 kill here.
You just want to waste time off the clock. You know that Luminosity, it's going to take them a lot of time to get all the way back over near this side of the map. So just find a comfy position to play with and try to pick somebody off in the rotation.
And this hitting this wall run and flanking all the way behind, he's definitely going to come behind at least 1. He's able to find 1, turn this into a 2v1. Is Octane now by himself, has to come up clutch. He's not even able to find the 1. 6-1 victory. Orbit making this look easy.
I mean, look, Luminosity had the man advantage in that round, but because they had to traverse the entire map to get over to the bomb site, they wound up getting picked off 1 by 1. And I like Orbit find 2 1v1 engagements, and they win them both.
I like what Zero did. I mean, at first I was like, he's leaving his teammate all alone in Graves, but the fact that he hits the wall run and kind of wraps back, he gives himself a free kill. He comes behind the opposition.
And now look, Luminosity entering the uplink. This is one of their better game modes, and this is their chance to come back to the series. Very similar theme to them last year as well, when they were the best uplink team at the beginning of Black Ops 3. They used to use that game mode specifically to find their way back into a series. Let's see if it's the same case here in Infinite Warfare.
I think Looney was one of the better uplink players in the game, though, and you're
Yeah.
missing that piece now. We'll see if that still holds consistent here, but you still have a lot of talent in that particular
So the
game.
trade-off you get there is you have Looney, who's very good with the drone in his hands, very good around the objective, and you trade that out for a pure raw slayer in Saints. And that's something that's been hurting them in this series, the fact that they haven't been able to keep up with this lane that